No, sweet. All right, moving on to Battlefield 2042, where we have seen gameplay of the actual game, which is pretty cool. I don't know, like it feels like there's a lot of hype about this game. Like this was one of the big announcements over the whole E3 period. It got a hell of a lot of buzz. Its trailer was number one on trending for YouTube. There's heaps of interest in this game. It does feel like this game is getting now finally to the level of like a Call of Duty in terms of interest and sort of, just buzz and hype around it. And I don't know, for me, the biggest thing is just I want to know like the full-on details about how I can play this game, who I can play it with, how that's all going to work. Because that still doesn't seem clear to me.
And Sweeney.
Yeah, but what is it? Like, do I have to play it on PS5 or can I play it on PC again?
I don't know what cross-platform compatibility there is. Do you know, Sweeney?
Yeah, so it's not officially confirmed, but the DICE general manager, Oskar Gabrielson, basically hinted at crossplay in a statement. Says that they're exploring options for crossplay and things like that. So the fact that it was even mentioned at all by someone pretty high up at DICE means that there's a very good chance it will come. Now, whether or not it will come at launch is another thing.
But you're talking about crossplay around consoles or around console generations?
No, well, that's crossplay is generally between consoles that I'm talking about, yes.
Yep,
I thought we already knew that last week, to be honest, because we did talk about crossplay, but it was like, is it going to be crossplay for next gen only against next gen, or
Well, we didn't mention anything about the general manager talking about.
Sure, but I thought they already mentioned something else, like in terms of the cross. I don't know.
You asked the question last week, and I found the answer. So.
Well, it's not the answer. We don't know yet. Like that's not much of an answer. Just that it might be crossplay, and they're exploring it, right? I don't know, man. Like, because I just feel like it's going to be PC versus PC, PS5 versus Series, and then like PS4 versus Xbox One. I feel like that's going to be the breakdown.
Possibly, but what would the limitation be not to allow console crossplay, as in full console crossplay? Given that they've already said that you don't have any extra advantage with the controllers or anything like that.
Yeah, because I correct me if I'm wrong, Sweeney, how it works, but they've already said that past gen, I guess now, last gen, like PS4, Xbox One, is going to be 64 player matches at most.
Yeah, okay.
So, whereas current gen, PS5 Series is 128. So at least if you're playing 128 and it's crossplay, there's no way you'd be able to play against PS4 and Xbox One players. So that's why I just think the split will be PC against PC. Because most games do not like mixing those player pools together, which I kind of get because just mouse and keyboard superior.
It would be
you'd smash people. Yeah.
So some new stuff we didn't talk about last week. Essentially they're going to fill up player spots in 128 player matches, and this might be something that's optional. We don't know. So basically, if there's not 128 people in a match, they'll do the whole Rocket League thing and they'll add in bots to fill in the spots, which I actually like for a Battlefield game.
That's only in casual mode in Rocket League, by the way.
Because the idea of Battlefield is these large-scale battles. So to me, it makes sense. I mean, Titanfall did it differently, but it still did that kind of thing where it's like it has AI-controlled, like fodder around the map as well. And not saying that they should make those players fodder, the AI, but generally speaking, I think it's a really, really good way to make every match exciting for players, even in maps and time zones where maybe there's not as much interest, especially when the game starts to die down a little bit. But of course, they will, we will want the option to be able to disable that for certain match types. It likely, as you said, it probably won't be for any kind of ranked thing. It'll probably be for casual play.
That is my biggest thing about Splatoon 2 that drives me nuts. If someone drops out, you're just like playing 3 versus 4. In Splatoon 2, it's just impossible to win most of the time if someone drops out. No, it's like, play Rocket League. I'm like, why do they not just fill the person in with a bot? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So no, I think it's great. I actually don't know why people get so offended by bots filling in the gaps. Now it's totally different if it's like 90% of the players you're playing against are bots. I don't like that because Fortnite did that for a bit of time. Like they would put bots in against like players on mobile and people didn't even know. Because then you'd go in and you'd win, like you'd get like a winner chicken dinner type thing, and you think, wow, I'm a god at Fortnite, but they're just really trying to trick you. But yeah, no, I think that's really cool.
And the interesting thing I find, and sure this is a term that is just bastardized anyway, is so when you pre-order the game through certain outlets, you'll get access to the open beta. And to me, the idea of an open beta being restricted to people that pre-order, just calling it open beta is just absolutely ridiculous. It's not open if you need to actually pre-order the game. Exactly.
Beta,
It's ridiculous.
Well, even the footage that we saw was pre-alpha. I'm like, seriously, that is not pre-alpha footage. Come on. Like, when did you make that footage? 5 years ago or something?
Yeah.
That was clearly alpha plus footage. But anyway. Yeah.
And anybody that buys the last-gen version, so the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Battlefield 2042, will not get a free upgrade to the version on the next console.
And I'm actually fine with that, to be honest. I don't know why, but I feel like it's time that I think it's fair that they stop doing that with games.
Maybe the problem is they set that precedent now, and people are like, "Oh, damn it!" So I could buy a cheaper copy on PS4 and then get a free upgrade.
Just on that, Swinny, you can buy the Xbox One or the PS4 version and play it on a PS5 or an Xbox Series.
You just don't get the upgrade.
It would just be that old version that you're playing on.
Yeah, but I like that because I got Valhalla at launch, and it was considerably cheaper buying it on PS4 and just getting the free upgrade. And why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly.
It's almost like, why did they even bother having a PS5 version at the time?
But that's why they stopped doing it, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I get it. We don't have it in the run sheet. I'm just checking when it's coming out. Yeah, October 22 this year. So yeah, it's definitely not pre-alpha footage. Like it's coming out in a few months.
No, but it said at the start of the trailer we just saw. Yeah, the gameplay trailer, pre-alpha footage.
It's just like for me, I'm actually pretty hyped about this game. I just don't want to play it on console, and you guys won't play it on PC. So that will be the make or break for me.
I don't know. I'd play it. I'd play it on PC.
Oh, you would? Okay.
We all have hardware that's capable of playing that game, so it'll be up to Swinny.
It'll be up to Swinny.
And we have another friend.
Yeah, on the show.
Big shout out to Joe Jives.
See if he's got that far into the show, an hour in.
Yeah, if you hear this, let us know.
Yeah,
he's got a beefy PC, water cooled and whatnot. So
fair enough.
And he's still up playing with us. So yeah, we'll see.
All right, well, let's move on to rounding out the Xbox